What's up? It's DK, and this is the Jojos Bizarre Adventure Super Action Statue Enrico Pucci, or Father Enrico Pucci. He is the main villain of JoJo Part 6, Stone Ocean, and he is a very, very excellent figure. He's actually my first Part 6 figure, and I have been told by many people that the Part 6 figures are far and beyond the best SASs. And if they are all like Pucci here, yes, I am sure that is probably true, because yes, he is actually, he's really, really good, easily the best Super Action statue I've picked up objectively. Not my new favorite, but close. He's excellent. He's absolutely phenomenal. Before we get into him though, let me take a quick look at the box here for you guys. So you have Jojo Kimiwa no Boken, you have the little Medicos symbol right there, Enrico Pucci right there, just says Enrico P, and then on the bottom you have all of your legalese and whatnot, Jojo's Enrico Pucci. You've got a nice picture of him on the side right here, some nice product shots right there. Yes, he does come with his priest hat, which is just awesome, new levels of awesome, and then there is all the accessories that he comes with. You'll have to forgive me, guys. I'm dealing with a one of my bulbs in my light fixture is all dimmed out, so it's not really giving a lot of light. So this one's gonna be a little bit darker than usual, but hopefully it'll still be plenty watchable. But as I said, this figure is absolutely phenomenal. As you can see, this is the manga color one. They did make an anime color one, but it is a Wonderfest exclusive, and as you can expect, it is very, very, very expensive and rare. But I am gonna be honest here, I actually think I kind of prefer the manga colors. I really dig the absolutely awesome, like, blue with the gold cross going all the way through right there. If it was the anime color one, the suit would be black, and there would be like a red trim around the gold, which would look awesome, don't get me wrong. But I personally really like the manga colors, and I've got no issue with it. Although if they were to like re-release the anime color one, yeah, I would definitely pick it up, no questions asked, just like with Jolene. But yeah, he looks amazing getting in here on the head sculpt, and as you can see, it is Endgame Pucci. You can see the star on the forehead and the like hair going like through his eyes and down to like his beard right there. Very, very, very nicely done. Yeah, they did an excellent job on this, and then the hair as well looks great, and then you can see the hair is coming out of the little holes in his suit right there, looking awesome. These are actually on ball joints as well, so they are slightly posable, which is really, really awesome. And then moving down to the torso, of course, you got the little crest emblem right there, the little belt right there, that is a different shade of blue, which is really, really nice, and it does have like the brown going through it as well, and that does go all the way around, some nice gold picked out for those pieces right there. And then you come down here, again, and that cross just goes all the way down, beautiful brown and gold texture work right there, and then there's even some silver on the bottom of the shoes. Look at that. When was the last time you saw something like this? Silver on the bottom of the shoes. No one's ever going to see that, and that is really, really, really nice looking. There's also some gold right here on these little bracelet pieces right here. Really, really fantastic. And of course, he's a priest. He's got that little priest collar thing, the little gold drops right there on either side. Yeah, they just did a really, really phenomenal job. I mean, Medicos always does a phenomenal job on the sculpt, but yeah, he pretty much looked like he jumped right out of the anime or the manga. It's exceptional, really. And then talking about the articulation, it's absolutely phenomenal. He has a ball joint right here at the head, so you get a little bit of tilt right there, a little bit of up and down, and then there is actually a ball joint. You might not think it, but there is a ball joint in the base of the neck, so he does get a little bit of extra movement right there. And then I already said that these are on ball joints. I think they might be stuck on mine, but they are on ball joints, so you can move them around. There we go. I think I just freed this one up, so you can see this is movable right there, which is really, really awesome. So you'll be able to get him in some dynamic poses right there. And then for the arms, he literally has full double jointed bend right there, which is absolutely perfect. Of course, the usual Super Action statue hands where you have like the stick right here, and you can like move it around and get all the movement you want. He has two ball joints right here in the torso, which is really cool. So you have one at the top right there, and then you have another one right there at the base. Now, usually these are just, well, it is a ball joint, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a ball joint. It might just be a swivel though, now that yeah, it's a ball joint. It's definitely a ball joint. I was right. I was not wrong. So there's a ball joint right there. That's pretty cool. That is unusual too for Super Action statues. Usually it's just a swivel at the torso. And I'll be honest, I think I actually kind of prefer it just being a swivel down there, because it makes it a little bit easier to get him in a more like, just like a more relaxed pose. Because right here, you know, you have to line up all this stuff right here, and it's a bit of a pain in the butt. So Not a big issue or anything. I just wanted to point that out real quick. And then you get down to the legs here, and this is absolutely awesome. So you would expect that this would just be this big sculpt piece right here, and you just have like the legs down there, and you can't like move them at all. Well, guess what? Medicos didn't even do that because they actually put this piece on a hinge, and these two are on ball joints, and then he literally has a fully functional set of legs down here. Literally, you have like a ball joint at the base, you have a full double jointed bend right there at the leg, and then you have perfect feet with a swivel and an ankle pivot, which is just phenomenal. It's absolutely incredible that you have all of that posability in the legs of a character that has like this big old priest robe on. It's truly amazing. Now, for comparison, and unfortunately, I got some really bad news when it comes to the scale of the figure. He is totally out of scale with Part 3 Dio. Like, it's not even funny. His head is way too small, and he's just completely out of scale with him. Honestly, it's mainly just the head. The rest of the body actually looks kind of fine now that I look at it, but the head just totally throws it off. It just looks so wrong. I'm pretty sure they should be probably about the same height as well, and yeah, he's definitely not the same height. So, he doesn't scale perfectly with Part 3 Dio. I'm hoping that maybe Medicos will give us a Part 6 Dio. That would be awesome. Some updated articulation and all that. I mean, I love my Part 3 Dio. I think it's a great figure. And they do still look great together. I mean, it's still awesome to have Pucci and Dio together right here. But yeah, it is a little bit out of scale. And I'm just going to move them off to the side right here so I can bring in the other baddies. Here is Diavolo and the one and only Yoshikage Kira right there. So you can see how the villain squad looks right now. This just makes me want to go, how bad can I be? There you go. The bad squad right there. They look great together. I honestly don't even think Enrico Pucci is out of scale with Kira and Diavolo. It's just Dio that he looks a little bit out of scale with. But Diavolo, I think he looks perfect. Let me like bring him up right here. Let me just pop him up here so you can see that I'm pretty sure with Diavolo, he's pretty much perfect scale right there. Maybe a little bit too tall, but I still think that works pretty good. And then I do believe Kira was probably a bit shorter, although that is probably a little bit more out of scale than it looks because of, he's definitely a little bit too tall with Diavolo. I feel like Diavolo should be taller than Pucci, and I think he should maybe be about the same height with Kira. So it's not in perfect scale, but I still think it works fine, and they all look so great together. And I apologize, Jolene is on the way right now, so she will be the next Super Action Statue I review, but right now I don't have her, so here she is with some Joestars that I do have, Josuke and Giorno, and yeah, they look pretty, I think the scale looks pretty good here. Pucci was definitely a taller guy, so yeah, but I'm definitely super excited to get Jolene to go with him, of course, but yes, there's a little comparison right there, so you can see scale, but if you really want to know how he scales with Jolene, stay tuned on my channel, because the next Super Action Statue review will be on my girl Jolene. And then this might actually be some good news right here. He scales actually pretty well with some Figmas. You can see this looks about right to me. Here he is with the Figma Denji, and this looks about right to me. So yeah, I think they're pretty much in perfect scale. I know that the Part 6 and the Part 7s are a lot more modern, so maybe they were trying to upgrade the scale to make it more in line with like SH Figuarts and Figmas and all that. And I think they succeeded right here. I think this looks pretty darn good. All right, now let's get into the accessories right here. So I want to show real quick his hands. His hands, normally obviously he comes with fisted hands like always, but this guy's hands, he just comes with a whole bunch of hands that just are very expressive, that lets you do all kinds of stuff. Like there's not really any like purpose for any of the hands. He doesn't really have like any accessories to hold other than one, but it's just kind of a lot of like gesturing hands and just allowing you to get him in some crazy poses. Like you can see this one that I've got right here, or you can be like, Godspeed to you, sir. Like, it's really just a bunch of hands that let you just do some, like, maybe, like, more villainous little poses right here. And, here's the other ones that he comes with right here. So you have you have this one right here, which is kind of just a relaxed hand, and then one for the other side as well, but it kind of looks like he's doing the fucking live long and prosper right there. I've never watched Star Trek, but I think that's what it's called. And then you have the two fists right there, which come out of the packaging. This is another relaxed hand for the other side right there, although that could definitely hold one of his accessories. And then he has this one right here, which I'm not 100% sure what this one is for, but once again, it's probably just like a nice little like gesturing hand, because it's like really nice to just get him in all kinds of really cool like villainous poses right here. Like you can just see these hand expressions that they give him right here just let you get him in some pretty like creepy little poses like there, like, ooh, destiny, what should I do? And then you get a pretty great alternate head right here, very nice. Screaming expression head right here, and this looks pretty good. I think this is pretty above average for Medicos screaming head sculpts. This looks really, really nice, and of course, it's really easy to just pop off the head. It's actually a little bit harder to pop off this one than my other super action statues, but it still pops off, no problem. And you can pop that one on right there, and you could totally get him in like, stupid kids stole my CDs, I should have used cassette. I cannot take credit for that absolute masterpiece of a sentence. That is all River Dude covers, man. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, that looks really, really cool. And again, these hand gestures just really let you get him in like some really cool, like villainous poses right there. See? Isn't that really, really cool? It's like none of these hands really have like a purpose for like any accessories. They're just like there so you can make all kinds of crazy poses with the guy. I love it. More action figures should have stuff like this, just like expressive hands so you could recreate all kinds of crazy shit. And now, of course, this is Father Pucci, so of course you get the discs right here. So you get 2 discs, and then you have to put the stickers on yourself right here. So you get all the stickers right here, and you have to put them on yourself. They're super easy to put on, though. It literally took me like 3 minutes, and they are pretty much perfect. You can see they look really great here. And yes, so you get Weather Report's memory disc right here, which is very, very cool. And you get his stand disc right here. Both of these are very, very cool. Unfortunately, we don't have an Emporio to go with this. Hopefully, they'll change that in the future. But we do have Weather Report's disc right here, which is super, super cool. And if you know the character, then you know how important this item is right here. But you can have him hold this, and he can actually hold it pretty well in just about like any hand. But I imagine they probably included this hand right here to make it like the easiest that you hold it. If you saw at the beginning of the video, I had him holding this with this hand right here. So yeah. And if you worried about the disc getting scratched up because you have to like put them in here and all that, that's why you get so many extra stickers right here, so you can put all kinds of them on there. And I'll also say that I do believe that if you get White Snake to go with Pucci, which is a stand, of course, if you get that, you get 2 more discs, and I believe you get stickers for Jotaro's stand and memory disc right there, which is a really, really cool thing as well. So if you get the whole package, him and White Snake, which I definitely will get White Snake eventually, just not anytime soon probably, then you will also have Jotaro's as well, which would be really, really cool as well. And then the final accessory that Pucci comes with, this one's a little bit of a mixed bag, but I personally really like it. You get his priest hat that he wore in like 2 scenes. It's way too big for his head though. Like, look at it. It's comically large for his head. Like the rim and the top, it just looks so wrong. But I honestly kind of like it. I actually think it looks pretty darn cool, especially on the shelf, and I haven't been able to stop myself from putting it off and on of him. Like I keep taking it off him and putting it back on it like over and over and over again, and I honestly really like it. It's a really cool accessory. So what I've been doing, and I'll show you guys this, is I took one of the small stands that Koichi came with right here, and I put this on the shelf right next to him, just like this, and then I just took the hat, and I literally use this like a hat rack. And you gotta like have this piece up like that, and you can literally just like put that on right there. And you can just stick that on the shelf right next to him. That's what I've been doing. So when you want to play with him and you want to give him his hat right there, you just pop it on his head right there. Again, it's way too big. It's comically large, but it still looks kind of cool if you ask me. So I personally dig that accessory quite a bit. Yeah, very, very, very great figure, man. My final thoughts on the Super Action statue, Father Enrico Pucci, is that this is probably the best Super Action statue I have picked up to date. It is pretty damn excellent. It's not my new favorite or anything, because I have favorite characters in Enrico Pucci. While I do really like the character, he's not one of my favorite characters, but it's a fantastic figure, absolutely fantastic. And he's actually only like $70 on BBTS, which is such a great price for such a great figure. Yeah, he's really great. I love all the attention to detail with this figure, especially in the way that they did the skirt piece right here to give him a full functioning set of legs under there and have all 3 of these little pieces right here that just seamlessly close his legs. Absolutely phenomenal. A lot of people like to talk shit on the Medicos Super Action statue line, and I just can't wrap my head around why, because they do such amazing stuff like this in so many figures, and it's just absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. I love this line so much. I really do not understand what people's most of their issues are. There's some issues I can definitely get behind, like some of the some of the older ones, the Part 3 ones mostly. Honestly, most of the new ones are just great, but some of the older Part 3 ones are a little bit weaker, definitely. But like the Part 5 and the Part 6, and I'm sure the Part 7 ones are all just really, really great in my opinion. So, and the Part 4 ones are also pretty good, although I do think those ones are also pretty darn old. But Yeah, it's a terrific figure, and if you want a action figure of Father Enrico Pucci, bro, you've got one option, one absolutely fucking perfect, awesome option. So there you have it. My final grade for this figure is a big ol' S+. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm going to give him his hat real quick just because it's so fun. It's so goofy looking. I love it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe give me a like and subscribe for some more JoJo Super Action statue reviews in the future. Like I already said, the next one will be my girl Jolene, which will be absolutely awesome to add her to the collection. And she is actually my favorite JoJo. So that's definitely a very exciting one. But thank you for watching. And this is DK Guillotine, signing out. Leave a like, filthy humans. Filthy mortals, leave a like right there. If you don't, I send White Snake after you. Do you hear me? Okay, don't scare them now. I want likes, but don't scare them now. Don't tell me what to do.